And here we are again on another Friday with night 2 of the not in real life Olympics, the virtual Olympics. It's virtual 2020 Tokyo Summer Olympics, not brought to you by McDonald's, the official restaurant of the Olympics, or Coca-Cola, the official beverage. Who's drinking Coca-Cola unless you're already done? Whatever. Anyways, welcome in, folks. We are here again. Yes, night 2. There were 6 events last week. On night 1, we are back again, and my controller is still plugged in. I'm pretty sure that's charged now. We don't need that. But pretty successful, I'd say, for last week on night 1, going through the 6 events we did. The only one we didn't end up... we qualified for, but we totally did not medal on was long jump here, but we managed to barely get a gold on baseball. We got gypped out of our gold and placed with a silver medal on basketball, mainly because we didn't have enough time to really get anything done. The shortest quarters in a basketball game of all time. That was kind of lame. I don't know why they don't let you do that. I think you can adjust it in custom if you do a medley, but nothing for us on that one. We at least placed fairly easily with boxing. It was a little dicey there, I think, right at the very end with the medal fight, but we managed to get that one in. Very surprising on 200 meter individual medley, even though I did restart there, but it was kind of like, well, we either do that or we don't place, and I'll admit I kind of finagled that one a little bit. And then we didn't place on tennis. That was actually, I believe, our first event last Friday. We got a silver on that. That was relatively close, but that final game, the controls kind of got in the way, not being able to place shots. I know, excuses, but at the same time, it did not go the way I wanted it to. Hopefully we'll be able to redeem that a little bit whenever we get around to doubles tennis, which I believe should be next week. So yeah, out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5 medals. 4 of those were gold, 2 silvers, and no placement on long jump, but that's just kind of how it is when it comes down to the Olympics. Sometimes you manage to do pretty well in qualifiers, and you get to the medal rounds, and you just can't. It just, something gets in the way. So, with tonight being night 2, and with there being a total of 20 events we can do here in the game, night 2 is going to be the list you see before you. We're going to be starting off with really probably my favorite mini game out of this, which is the hammer throw. This is one I've actually already gotten a gold on, but this was like last year when I got the game. So we will see what we can do on that one and see if maybe I can break my own record. The next event after that will be the BMX, which I'm a little leery about. I'm not particularly great at that event, even after playing it several times. Our third event's going to be singles table tennis, which I'm kind of sort of okay at. That one's going to be interesting. I don't know how the medal round's going to be going on that, so we'll have to see what happens. Beach volleyball, I actually did some training on last night. That's our 4th event tonight. I feel pretty good about that one, but again, we'll see how the medal round goes on that. Nico Manico, welcome in. Thank you for dropping by. 5th event for the night is going to be Rugby Sevens. I'm looking forward to that quite a bit. Rugby Sevens is a lot of fun in this, and that should be a pretty decent challenge when we go to medal on it. Same thing with Judo. Judo's going to be relatively tough, I think, but Judo's a lot of fun. And we will end it off with the second and last swimming event that's available here in the game, which is the 100 meter freestyle. That's going to be interesting. I'm halfway decent at it, but I have a feeling actually placing with a medal is going to be relatively tough in that final round because speeds are going to be crazy. Granted, if we take a look over here when we pop back over, I actually do have, with some of these I already have records, but whether or not that will hold true when we actually go to do it, you know, the current Olympic record here in the game is my record. Same thing with, actually, which is weird because that shows...
Yeah, that makes sense.
Whoa. Where did that go? Francesco Piccolo, thank you very much for the follow. Hopefully I pronounced that right, correctly. I hate messing up people's names.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And thank you very much for the follow as well, Nico Matico. Alright, yeah, I don't know why it says my record's the Olympic record here, but they show an Olympic record for the hammer throw, and I've beaten that by almost 30 meters. That's going to be weird if I can break that record, because I've yet to do it in practice. I don't know if I'll be able to do it. But anyways, we were going to be starting off with hammer throw anyways. I need to unmute my television. So before we get too far, let's do a couple practice throws on that. I was trying to beat the star athlete in this yesterday, and honestly, I can't even beat my old score, let alone beat the one that the star athlete places, which is like probably 2 to 3 meters further than that. So it'd be kind of interesting. I don't know. But let's go ahead and see what happens here. So pretty easy to get into this, although I don't know, because usually I end up playing, it's kind of weird, because you need to hold L1 and R1 and then spin the right analog stick, and then you let go of the 2 shoulder buttons. MCG, welcome in. Francesco, I'm sorry, I cannot read that. Yeah, DOA 6 costumes, that makes sense. And then I have a feeling, since it sounds like they completely dodged the rollback netcode question, like completely. It sounds like standard operating procedure for Japanese developers. Yeah, I don't know if like spinning it super duper quick makes any sense, because yeah, I usually like change my hand placement to try to do this, but it makes it harder to actually let go of L1 and R1 on the right cue. But we'll see. We can get a couple practice throws in. I don't think I'll end up not medaling, but it would be kind of nice to also beat my own record. I might also have to change my setup a little bit too. Yeah, I was looking at Twitch chat for that, since that same stream was like available everywhere though. And I can only imagine, that was a bad throw. I can only imagine with how fast chat was going already, it was just going to get worse and worse. Hold on, give me a second here. Like something here. Okay. Bad throw on that one, but timing it on the release is going to be the hardest part. Yeah, I don't think having to change my hand placement. There we go. You can move the left and right analog sticks to really fast to make it go a little bit further. Yeah, the blue line back there is where my record's at. I don't even think I'll have to do more than one practice run. The hardest part is not the lead up here, it is the release. If you want a halfway decent throw, you have to get a perfect release. So otherwise, it's not not great. What about a feeling we're not going to end up getting like any decent fighting game announcements today? It's gonna be like every single live stream event involving Japanese, or actually just involving games in general lately. It's just gonna be a shit show. And nothing they announce is going to be interesting. Like, I think everybody's like, well, I want Marvel vs. Capcom 4. I'm like, I think a lot of us would like to see Marvel vs. Capcom 4. It ain't gonna fucking happen. Alright, I don't know what's going on in chat right now. I like having new people in here, but I'm gonna let you guys know, I don't know what you're talking about, and I do not speak Italian. Ah! Good thing I have, pardon me, it's a good thing I have Google Translate open. And don't worry, I don't play very seriously. In fact, this is like the first time in 8 months. It's 7-8 months that I've actually like fired it up. In the last 2 weeks, it's been the most I've actually played of this, like, ever. I don't want to reduce power too much. Let's try speed. I don't know if this is going to make it any better. But again, I'm not super worried about meddling here, especially since qualifier. The best I can tell after doing stuff last week is that qualifiers are on the lowest difficulty. When you get to semifinals, it's hard, and then when you get to actual medal round, it kicks it up to the hardest difficulty. Yeah, see, most of these I can actually do in my sleep. I don't even have to try. As I think at least throw handling should help me out a little bit. I have lower throw strength. That's probably going to not help me very much. We'll see. I can change it after qualifiers. I don't know why technique is the deciding factor of throw strength. It's too early. That'll get me into the next round. Yeah. So is this the first time a sports game's been released a year or two before the actual event? Honestly, I think so. Because usually most of these games are released maybe 3 to 6 months in advance. I'm trying to... Because Sega's been doing Olympic Games stuff for a while. And this was released 1 year prior to the original start date. So yeah... It's been on sale there for a while. It's not available here, and even when you look at the Mario and Sonic Olympic game on Switch, that'll be out for almost a year come this fall. See, new DLC character in Sam's show and Season 3 pass. Are they showing new character for a Season 3 pass? Because I know they announced the free character they're giving out. Yeah, this is the non-mascot character one. And even though that has different events, and I think some of the same events that are shared between the two games play a little bit differently. This is our multi-platform one, and that's our Switch exclusive one. Although both this and the Mario and Sonic game are available on Switch. And it's a lot easier to land that. Oh, fuck me. That broke my record. They're announcing Season 3. I'm like, huh, whatever. Yeah, I love you can see the yeah face. A little bit easier if you're not moving the sticks, but like once you do the throw, you want to move left and right analog like really fucking fast. Maybe not super fast, but it'll at least get you... Somehow that gets you more throw range. I don't know how that works, but video games. Yeah, as I was saying, it's like, why would you want this version on Switch if you have Mario and Sonic? Yeah, as long as you get it perfect. I don't know if placing it imperfect, if like you're closer to the center, if that helps you more. I love he's sad. I'm like, oh, I didn't hit it 2 meters less. Like, bro, you just crushed the record. I just crushed my own record. I don't know what the world record is. I would check online, but online play in this game is dead. Like, even right now, there's just, like, nobody on. Nobody cares. There wasn't when this game came out, unfortunately. $123 meters is world record. Real life or in game? 123 meters either way. That's ridiculous. Probably in game, I would guess. That's a good face. Can't tell if he's like really young and just odd looking or old in game. Okay. I was thinking, I'm like, 123 meters in real life, that'd be nuts. And when we were looking at the list of events in Mario and Sonic, I was kind of mad. Since this has hammer throw, that game does not, but that game has discus, and I'm like, discus and javelin. I'm like, fuck, I'd love discus and javelin. Just more track and field events. If I could have gotten rid of basketball in this and put something else in there, or like figured out a better team sport. You're talking about the guy Ueda. Arcade demo. Pff. You know, he gets more people involved in that game. Oops. Whatever. Decent net code. And just put it on sale for $10 with everything. I mean, kudos to Capcom. They've managed to, like, get more out of Street Fighter V than I ever thought they would. But, I mean, the only people that care about Street Fighter V are the people that... You know, maybe Capcom, I guess. Ah, just barely missed it. That's fine. If I can have a repeat throw like that in the medal round, we'll be fine. Really, just show me the numbers when we get into the medal round, and I'll know right away. If it's under 100, then it's like, whatever, we're done. We'll be able to get it. I think this might have been the only event I was not worried about. I'm like, we'll be fine. I'm trying to remember the last time I fired up Street Fighter V. Really? You have 82 meters. 82 meters, that's it? Alright. Petrenko. A stocky man. United States of America. Yeah. And get one good throw and then just shit the bed the rest of the time. And just abdicate the rest of my throws. And just, I don't care. That's a good one. Yeah, they've been holding... That's good enough to take gold, unless the next couple rounds people are actually getting decent numbers. They've been holding Capcom Cup stuff, kind of. Like, they've been doing it regionally. They figured, well, we can't do it in person, and we can't do big in-person events. So, I don't know what they plan on doing when they get done with all these regional tournaments, because they're holding stuff, you know, oh, if it's North America, you need East Coast and West Coast, and that really to kind of work around the fact that we don't have rollback netcode, and playing online kind of stinks over large distances, so we have to do it this way. See if I can't eke out another big ass throw. Ah, it's way too early. It's a bad part. Like, the difference between great and perfect on a throw is significant. Yeah. I didn't break my record, but nobody's catching up to that. Ooh, thank you very much. Hydro homies. Did my guy just raise the roof? I'll be very upset if he did. Olympic AF and Wreck-It Ralph 3. Only if they actually have a decent title. We're going to make fun of the fact that we fucked up our own title. I guess in Wreck-It Ralph 2, Ralph breaks the internet. I'm like, shouldn't be Ralph wrecks the internet? And they made the joke about it in the trailer. I'm like, you shouldn't have to make a joke about you fucking up the title. Alright, so that's one medal down and one event down. Won 2 golds. But that's not surprising. That's a pretty easy event. Now, what's not going to be easy, moving on to BMX, since I've yet to kind of figure out how pedaling is supposed to work. Adiake Urban Sports Park. Yeah, they keep showing. I thought they were showing the Olympic Stadium. The Olympic Stadium, I think, is down south there on the bay. I keep forgetting the name of the area. Because it's near Odaiba. But yeah, you can pedal with X, you can jump with square. Go ahead and show how to play. Yeah, press X rapidly to dash, but be careful doing so in a turn will make it harder. But you can kind of pedal into the turn too and get minor speed boosts. But sometimes it feels like you slow down even if you're rapidly pedaling. It's just weird. But it's also kind of like Excite Bike. You want to level out. Yeah, you can press forward and as you land, and it'll level you out, and you'll get a bit of a speed dash out of that. Baseball, I believe, was finally back. Yes. Baseball's a lot of fun in this, actually, and it's weird because you can't play when you do a medal game like this, but you can play a full 9 innings. It's not terrific baseball. Better than basketball is, though. That's for sure. Alright. At least do one speed run on here. Yeah, speed run. That was what I meant to say. Yeah, I know they figure they're keeping a lot of stuff for Street Fighter V until they do their own event.
United States of America. The champion.
Handling is crap. That's alright. Acceleration was the one thing I think I lacked in my previous practice runs.
Random start. Riders ready? Watch the gate.
Yeah. I'm also not great off the line there either. You lose a lot of speed off of that. Yeah, this is going to be a tough one to medal on. And that's just on hard. And I've been practicing on that a lot. It says a lot that basically Street Fighter has absorbed Final Fight. I mean, Final Fight's always been canon to Street Fighter. Although it was weird. It was always, I think, considered canon, but instead of putting Hagar into Street Fighter 2, they said, well, we'll just create Zangief, but give him the exact same moveset. I'm like, okay, cool. You already had an existing character. You didn't have to really make a new one, but whatever. Gotta try that again, because the one thing I'm not particularly getting is how to grind those rails properly. I mean, they don't want to make a Final Fight game, but they keep mining Final Fight for characters.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready? Watch the gate.
I don't know what that says about Capcom's character designers. I don't want to be on the outside. Ah, there we go. Okay, I think I get that now. That one I keep fucking the jump up on. There's a couple launch areas there. They're just like, nope. Jesus. Oh. Because I think I can probably lean forward through some of those moguls and get some speed back. Do you think advancing stuff like Cody now being the mayor of Metro City would have been handled in a Final Fight game? Like, they clearly don't see Final Fight as like this broken thing. Otherwise, they wouldn't keep taking characters, you know. Try one more run on this. Like, Streetwise didn't do any favors to Final Fight, but yeah, you would think at this point
Okay, riders.
they would just do another game.
Riders ready? Watch the gate.
Oop, that was bad. Yeah. Okay, you can press forward into those moguls and get some speed. I'm learning. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, I'm wondering how long it's going to take companies to kind of catch up with, oh shit, we don't really have to, you know, we don't have to do a humongous game. We don't have to, like, reinvent the wheel. We can do a beat 'em up in this day and age. It doesn't have to be a humongous title. It doesn't have to be a super big budget title. It just needs to be fun. You need to have good mechanics behind it, and you need to have people developing it that know what they're doing and give a shit about it. And yeah, Streets of Rage 4 is a great example. Although, speaking of that, since the hand-drawn style is in Battletoads. Oof, Battletoads, right? I'd almost forgotten about that until I realized they'd announced it 2 years ago. And it's just now coming out. I'm like, what the fuck took so long to make a Battletoads game?
Olympic Games.
Like, it's Battletoads, really? It seems like they're going really heavy on the nostalgia on that one anyways. Oh, my phone's right there. I was like, I thought I heard it buzz, and it's like, no, it's right next to me. Yeah, I definitely would not pay money for Battletoads. Anybody wants to donate it, sure, but we'll just shit on it probably the whole time. Or maybe it'll be, maybe people will find out, oh, it's actually really good. I don't know.
Russian Federation. The Trick Master.
The Ruski.
United States of America. The Champion.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready? Watch the gate. Go!
Oh, that was a bad jump. I don't know how I biffed that. What the fuck just happened there? That lack in handling is not doing me any favors. I need to correct that for the next couple of rounds, because that's making those turns a little too hard. Even if you slow down, it's like, you start to speed up and come back out of the turn and you're just going towards the wall. Let's see. You're playing the rare replay arcade version of Battletoads. How come we didn't get a toned down graphics version of that instead of the high difficulty nightmare on the NES Genesis? I want to say those came before the arcade game, so it's kind of weird that they never ported that. But I thought by the time Rare put out the arcade game, they were already kind of getting in bed with Nintendo, and I think Nintendo was just kind of like, we don't care. I mean, at least Rare managed to keep a hold of that that license. Fat Lot of Good did them for years. Yeah, I'm gonna put that down to speed X. His acceleration is nice, but that handling would be a little bit better. And the speed's still pretty good. The handling would be nicer because that means any speed loss that I've had so far, just in bad turns and shit, will get hopefully added back into the rest of the run. Oh, there is drafting. Well, I usually don't have anybody in front of me. That's announced for Soul Calibur. That was a Soul Cal 4 character with the sexy lady with the umbrella, right? The Lady Snowblood type character. Boy, they just... Soul Cal and Tekken are just kind of like very few new characters. Mostly just, we're making you pay money for older characters. I mean, really, this is Bandai Namco, so they can probably make some big announcements. As far as I'm concerned, I'm like, yeah, guys, if there's no Kiryu, you can kiss my ass. Kiryu or bust. There's a husky rider over there.
Random start. Riders ready? Watch the gate.
There we go. There we go. I don't know why he slowed down there. Did I run into something? Cool beans, new record. Yeah, that change in handling definitely helped out a little bit. Made it a little bit easier to cut those corners, and you can just kind of start tapping X a couple of times to keep speed up, but, you know, make sure you stop. That way you can cut a little bit further in. Okay. Well, we'll see how we medal on this one. Now I understand a little bit better with those practice runs and going through this a little bit. Second character-themed parts announced for Soul Calibur. Let's say Create a Wrestler. Yeah, it basically is. Yeah, I have a copy. It's a little jank. I got it for free, though, but it's GameStop, so it's just one of their generic cases. But I have a copy of Soul Cal 6 around here. The only thing I want out of that is Haomaru. I was about to say Mitsurugi, but Mitsurugi's already a part of the game.
Okay, riders.
Alright, here we go.
Riders ready? Watch the gate.
Oop. Yeah. Cool. That's a game I haven't played in a while. I set a new record. I haven't played Mario Kart 8 in a while. And I thought about going back to it. I'm like, oh shit, I gotta unlock everything again, don't I? And then I realized, oh no, the Switch version doesn't make you unlock anything. You just gotta play it. I forgot how long some of those came out. Like, they started porting some of the really big games very early, but I think I'm only looking at the utter lack of stuff this year from Nintendo. They look very bored. The utter lack of Nintendo stuff this year from them. It's like, yeah, we have Animal Crossing. Like, cool, what else you got? Animal Crossing updates. I'm like, cool, whatever. Haven't bought it, don't plan on buying it, and at this point I think it's just too late to get into the game, so I just won't. Alright, so 2 events down, 2 gold medals. One easy one I honestly didn't think I was going to get. So, yeah, with 2 events down, that puts us at, next 2 we're looking at is singles table tennis, along with beach volleyball. We will see how beach volleyball goes. We're going to see how this goes. Animal Crossing is good. I probably would, but I had that set. Welcome in, Paps, dude, by the way. I had that set about New Leaf on 3DS, and the thing about New Leaf that got to me was a lot of people like it because it's relaxing. It's a rather open-ended game. Animal Crossing in general is that way. To me, though, it's such a lack of structure, and you're going towards, oh, I want to build this thing. And like, okay, well, what happens when you build it? Well, it's built. Okay, what does that mean? It's built. Cool. It's like MMOs. It's like you're always constantly working for something, and cool, those are goals along the way, but there's no, like, end point to things. Or how to switch to a suit. That's what happens when you work at home. Playing with that with the wife and sister at this point, I just log on for a quick 30 minutes and I'm out. Yeah, that sounds about right. Especially when it takes like 2 weeks for something to build, or it's going to take that long to get enough bells to fucking actually, you know, build it. That was one thing I was just like, I need bells. In New Leaf, you couldn't get bells super easily. Alright, so table tennis. This is, so many good faces. I was about to say, are there no male competitors in table tennis? Because they're all, I mean, Yoshida is always, right now, you can take them on, like, all the time. They're not even a table tennis person. Everybody else is, though. I don't know if I want to face a star athlete at the moment, so we'll just take on a regular CPU opponent. Now, if Harada's wearing a suit that has a a maroon shirt underneath, then we can talk. Then homie, I'll tell you this, homie wore sunglasses on the fucking plane in the morning with no lights on when we were flying, because he was on our flight, me and Dash No Chris, he was on our flight to San Francisco, our connecting flight to get to Tokyo last year. And like basically everybody else was there too. Like anybody that was Japanese and was at Evo was in line with us, including Crispy Kaiser at SNK, the community manager there, because we'd seen him at the Game Goons suite before Evo started, and then we ran into him literally in line as we're going in Terminal 3 here at McCarran Airport. We ran into him and said hello. Well, Dash No Chris did. I was like, I don't know who this guy is, until I realized, oh, he works for SNK. But yeah, like just about everybody was on that flight, which sucked because our flight was late. And we were like, fuck, are we going to get to San Francisco with enough time to catch our connecting flight? Because anybody else's connecting flight, you know, if they're going to Tokyo, it's like, okay, but you might miss that. But what happens if maybe you're not flying into, you know, Haneda or Narita, you're flying to like Kansai. Like, uh-oh. Okay, so yeah, move around with left stick. I feel like there's a little bit more control. Yeah, the ball will go in the direction you tilt it. There's more control to this, even if it's a faster game. There's more control to table tennis and where you want to put the ball than there was in regular tennis. Yeah, a couple different spin options. Nothing that you really need to like be super concerned with.
Singapore.
Season 4 announcement taken with the most non-committal character reveal. Oh, Christ. It's young Heihachi. He's back.
America. The champion.
Love my shirt there. Looking like a cup full of fruit punch
Champion to serve.
in middle school.
Love all.
Unbelievable.
Good colors. Oop. Unbelievable.
Amazing shot.
Oh, I have a special shot ready. Nope. Get out of here. Tit for tat, motherfucker. You're saying make a new table. Dude, Virtua Tennis would be rad. Virtua Tennis, or I was about to say a new Mario Tennis, but we already had a new Mario Tennis, and apparently nobody really enjoyed it. Yeah, NetherRealm definitely taught us you can go back after you release a game and redo your entire netcode. You have to patch the whole fucking game to do it, but you can do it. But I think NetherRealm took enough grief. Damn. They took enough grief with MK9's netcode, which was absolute trash. And X's was not great either. There we go. Alright, so medal round on this is going to be interesting, because that wasn't too hard, but, I mean, this is basically the equivalent of a semi-final match. Yeah, I remember playing the demo for Mario Tennis, and I thought, this isn't... This is good. Actually, you know what? Give me a Mario Golf. Mario Tennis was... I liked it, but that was back in, like, N64. I feel like a new Mario Golf would be great. Even if all they really did was, like, add a couple new courses and bring, like, all the DLC that was on Toadstool Tour for 3DS and just re-release that. I'd be fine with that. Alright, table tennis time. You can return lobbed balls with a powerful smash. Can you now? What do you lob? That's probably going to happen a decent bit. Okay, so top spin and back spin. We're doing side spins. You really can't, doesn't really say how to lob. And since there's no face buttons that are used for this. Alright, this shouldn't be too bad. I mentioned a fighter's netcode, which is a game that's needed netcode updates for a while too. That, I mean, that went... It's amazing how, again, and I don't remember how long ago we mentioned it. It's amazing how much from grace that game fell because people fucking loved it. And then, it's like, hey, we're not going to get a halfway decent Marvel game ever again because Capcom somehow fucked that one up. Along with Marvel. Marvel was not helpful on that either. But, you know, like, Fighters was, oh, yes, this is a Marvel game. And it's going to be great. But even that, it's like, almost immediately... Yeah, probably within a few months, it was like, oh, well, this game's unbalanced as shit, and they're not balancing, like, anything. And then the netcode's trash. But, I mean, that was a problem with, like, a lot of Arc System Works games. And deservedly, they received a lot of shit for it, because it's like, well, if you're not going to have good netcode... Ooh. If you're not going to have good netcode, then we're not going to play your game. Yeah! You keep falling for that top spin. Back near the fucking table. Alright. That was a quick one. Remember that Arc System Works did a Kill the Kill game? I barely did until I saw it on sale for like $5. The Tekken and Soul Calibur online tournaments announced. Harada ain't touching any fighters questions. Love that they're announcing online tournaments. I'm like, I thought, like, Tekken's only good. It's another one of those games where it's like you need to be pretty close to your opponents. So unless they plan on doing regional shit with that too, I don't know. Everybody wants to do shit online, and the only thing we learned was most fighting games have bad netcode, and if they're Japanese made, for the most part, they don't care. Which is a really bad take to have in this day and age.
Fiji, the Miracle Maker.
Oh.
United States of America, the champion.
Start.
The champion to serve. Love all.
Pow. Then backhand. What was it? R1 that was top spin? That was... R1's backspin. Okay. That's what I thought. Rockstar presents Olympics table tennis. Why didn't they put that into GTA? It runs on the Rage engine. Just port that shit into GTA Online and have full-fledged table tennis. Better yet, produce single-player DLC for one of your fucking games, Rockstar. How about that? Yeah! Yeah. I'm wondering though if since they're going full free-to-play standalone GTA Online within the next year, they probably won't start charging for stuff. I feel like that might be bad for PR. Like, the best way to get people to play the game is to get them in without having to charge them any money. That'll never happen. Red Dead 2 will never have good DLC. I mean, hell, Jesus. It sounds like they've barely updated online, which is really weird. I still don't know how Red Dead 2 can be such a technical marvel and yet be such a bad game. Like, how did... What happened? JR from Halloween Havoc 91 is asking. They're gonna announce another Goku character. They'll do that. So it just sounds like this entire event is just a dumpster fire. Oh, I gotta face... I don't want to sound like cliched and shit, but, I mean, Chinese ping pong players are really good. I'm about to get wrecked. Look at that guy's mustache. Look at that shirt. What a snazzy... Chart topper indeed. What a snazzy guy.
United States of America. The champion.
If only they supported GIFs in chat.
Love all.
We're gonna have some epic volleys. Yeah, that shirt's really, really good. If tennis taught us anything, I'm not great when receiving the serve, but apparently there it worked out okay. Fucking really? 2 receive aces in a row. Okay. What's happening? The only person I saw from Arika was Nishitani-san. I don't know if they're going to be potentially talking to the guy that's been working on the rollback netcode that's in Steam beta right now. Oh, I fucking fell asleep at the wheel there. I was like, am I going to clear this guy with him not getting a single point on me? But there we go. That was surprisingly easy. I didn't realize I was such a wizard at table tennis. We'll see what happens with doubles when we get around to that. Uh-oh, hold on. Almost should have Twitter open as just a thing. Blaze Blue cross tag battle and Grand Blue is all arc, which is really. Maybe those are. I mean, Grand Blue's the new game. Blaze Blue's their own shit, but I mean, there's Atlas stuff in that as well as. Actually, there's a lot of stuff in there that's not Arc System Works. Pardon me. I don't know, and I don't think either one of those games has decent netcode. Is it Portugal? I didn't face anybody from Portugal.
Gold medalist and Olympic champion. United States of America. The
All right,
champion.
3 events down, 3 golds. I am legit surprised that that went very well. Japan gets Fighters, Exard, those 2, and Fate Undertale. Damn. I wonder, didn't they have issues with doing events and streaming Fighters over here anyways? Or was that, did they have issues with that even in Japan? Because Toei was being fucking weird. Alright, with 3 events down, that puts us now... Beach Volleyball is next. This should be another interesting one that we may or may not do very well with. What's up, ladies? Shiokaze Park. Saltwind? The right character there? Spectators also enjoy a gorgeous view of Tokyo Bay and the Rainbow Bridge. Not right now! Facing a team from Angola. Alright, so... it's volleyball. Beach volleyball. I mean, beach volleyball definitely works a little bit different than indoor volleyball. Biggest difference being that's a five-person team as opposed to a duo in beach volleyball. The playing surface obviously changes things dramatically. See, and that's another thing about Strive. Where's the new characters? I feel like it's Super Street Fighter 4 all over again, where it's like, we don't have new characters, we're just reintroducing old people. I think everybody forgot about Strive unless you're into Guilty Gear. Because they're like, we're going to do this, and everybody's, here's the beta, and then they're like, we're delaying it by a year. I'm like, you're probably going to have to delay it more than that. Yeah, the biggest thing in this particular event is timing, as well as when you're going up for spikes, you have control of that reticle on the ground, so you want to be able to place that somewhere where it's either going to go past your opponent, or if you hopefully spike it with the right timing on the button press, it'll send them to the ground, and it'll kind of fuck up any particular dig or set after that, to where they can't go for a spike themselves. The only thing they can do is just get it across the net and keep it in play. Oh yeah, we have Kiryu, but he's dressed up as close as I can get him to his wrestling costume from Yakuza 3. Nagoriyuki. I don't know who that is, unless that's a new character. Where's Chef Nana when we need her? She's our lore master as far as Guilty Gear goes.
Start. A great day.
There we go, Kiryu. You know what? I don't think we need. We'll get enough practice out of our
Olympic Games.
first couple of games. Oh, well, there we go. This morning we're gonna have new characters, and they just gave us one. To be honest, I've only been getting the last 4 Guilty Gear games to play with my sister because she loves the art but sucks at fighters. Oh, he was in Exard?
Qualifier.
I mean, Whitefang, I know. Leo Whitefang was, I think, in the first upgrade to Exard.
Togo. The Prodigy. United States of America. The champion.
Surprised Max plays Guilty Gear. He like put that off for years. Everybody kept saying, "Are you gonna play Guilty Gear?" And he's like, "Nope," because it took actually having a character
Nice receive.
he wanted to play as. That's usually how it works.
The setup.
See, it was bad spike timing on that part. And see, there's a couple of times too where you need to press a button in order to go for the dig
The setup. A great day.
after, you know, a spike or a return. And it doesn't do it. Like, it feels like sometimes it's, you hit the button and it kind of auto-positions your character, and it's like, okay, boom, then it sets up for the set, and then you can go for a spike, or, you know, sometimes the person going for the set just spikes it anyways. Also, Homeboy, like, I always feel like whoever's serving plays backcourt, and then whoever's not serving should be playing the net. Yeah, see, he auto positioned there. The problem is, like, I feel like my compatriot just always plays the net. So when he's already backcourt, he doesn't go for the dig. He just decides to move back to the net, and he goes, "You got it, right?" And like, no, dude, you need to fucking play the backcourt and get the hell back there and return this fucking serve. You know, I'll set you up for the fucking spike. Just go. All right, get my groove. At least it's only 5-point games, but that means, if I'm shit in the bed, I don't have much of a chance to come back. Although, speaking of not playing the backcourt, they totally were not, so. Like, Kiryu was just like, I'm good at everything. Why are you not good at everything? Shut up, Kiryu. Jerk. There's an incident where someone mentioned he, of course, took to the most American-looking character through an anime lens character. I know Max is not a bad person, but I don't watch him anymore for a reason. Because it is kind of one of those things where I felt like the characters he gravitates towards are like the most overly accessible people in terms of character design. And then, but then he'll go and do retrospectives, like he'll play a couple nights of games where it's like, oh, Sakura's coming to Street Fighter V, and let's play every game she's been in. And I'm like, dude, I don't think you give two shits about Sakura, but whatever. Like, you're gonna play as her for a little bit and then never go back to that character. It's just kind of disingenuous, but as I will always say, it's something for me to say that, and I literally have 3 people watching me right now, maybe 4, whereas he will bring in like 4 or 5 digit numbers. Like, clearly he has the magic touch. I can't really say a whole lot.
Israel.
Yeah, he got, which kind of sucked.
United States of
Since he was going to produce an Assist Me series for Killer Instinct, and he did 1 episode, and then like no episodes happened after that, which is kind of another thing that I've mentioned multiple times, where he seems to start series and then he just never finishes them. He gets maybe 1 or 2 episodes in and then drops it. I think part of that was his agency that he had at one point, when, you know, you had multi-channel, was it multi-channel agencies or whatever the hell the acronym is. I think kind of maybe reining him in a little bit, or there was issues with that. Plus there was music licensing and shit like that. But that was one thing that I didn't like. But yeah, the last few trailers that they did for Killer Instinct were edited by him, because he's been involved in all kinds of stuff over the years. You know, I know he worked on an MMO at one point and a bunch of stuff. And since video production's been so big for him over the last, you know, decade, good work for him to get. Oh, shit. That's the first time I've seen a block. I've tried to go for them and they don't work. Although, that kind of worked, but you got fucked up there. He ate that one right in the face. Pow! But, alright. Using your noodle. Yep. Yeah, he did commentary too. When I met him at Evo, I think in like 2016, I spoke to him very briefly and got a picture. Just before he needed to take off, because he needed to get up to the announce booth to do, I think it was grand finals that day for Killer Instinct. Like, he loved that game for sure. He was a big advocate for it. That's one thing that you can always give him props for. And that was a game that had, I don't remember if they launched with rollback. But they certainly had it later on. Which is why Killer Instinct got added to Evo before they canceled it. Wow. They either have nothing to show, or I wonder if KOF will just be something they don't tease a whole lot. They're just going to come out swinging and just drop it on people. Wow, 2 blocks on his part. Well, Kiryu made up for a number of practice games by not being where he needed to be. He made up for it by being exactly where he needed to be this time. And then some. Alright. On to finals then. That's good. And it's also kind of weird. I wonder how people that draw on a lot of viewers actually make connections with people. Because you can't chat in Max's chat, or anybody that has like more than a couple of hundred people. Like, it's really difficult, and his chat goes by so fast, and I'm like, you can't even interact with your audience at that point unless they're giving you money. You said for the orphans. Hopefully not the Warriors orphans. You see what you get, Kiryu? You see what you get when you mess with the orphans? I don't know, based on the Warriors arcade, the Warriors game from Rockstar, the Warriors or the orphans are just pushovers. Strive also confirmed for PC in Steam. Well, duh. I would hope so. Coming in early 2021. Next character trailer in October. Damn. Alright. Yeah, it doesn't look like, I'm not seeing people blow stuff up about it, so the only thing I can say is that this is yet another event that I probably was better off not watching. I'm streaming. Also, everybody should be a hell of a lot more sweaty when playing volleyball outside. It's summertime in Japan.
The expert. United States of America.
Hopefully this isn't...
The champion.
Oh, that's fine. Could have dabbed, I guess.
Start.
There's no body hair option in this, so unfortunately my character is not accurate to real life. Ow. There we go. I think I can make him a little bit more muscular. It's like, I mean, if I tighten up my abs, I feel like I'm getting a little soft again. But I've been working out all week, so I don't know what the fuck's happening. My diet's not like super duper awful. Not like it changed a whole lot. I don't know why he spiked there. Yeah, sometimes you end up going into spiking on accident. I think it's a multiple button press when you're trying to set. Out of here. But that's somewhere. Shit. Yeah, you wouldn't just be glistening even in the nighttime air around Tokyo Bay. It's like you'd be fucking sweating. You would need a drink of Aquarius. A product of Coca-Cola Corporation, official sponsor of the Olympic Games. But not the AF Olympic Games because, yeah. We're sponsored by water right now. That was a bad timing on my part. If I had gotten that timing a little bit better, I probably could have spiked it hard enough to get it past him. That's the hard part. It's like you can aim past them, but if it's somewhere within their trajectory, it's gonna hit them. You know, stuff like that, where you go to dig and it's like, that didn't work. And even the special shot doesn't really do a whole lot. I don't know how to fucking... Every time I go to... I get hit like that a lot. Off of spikes. Yeah. Or I just get sent careening to the ground. I'm like, I want to be able to spike that hard. Can't even do that off a fucking serve. There. Tie it up at least. They got a special shot though, which hopefully I'll at least be able to return. Nope. Oh, what the... Oh, they... Okay, they placed it. I was like, what the hell just happened there? Because it had that weird ground camera. They didn't even give me an opportunity to return it. Ah, bad timing. See, and block is supposed to be square. Oh well. We'll medal on that, but that's a silver. So that was one thing I was kind of concerned about, was the low point value. If you start getting your ass kicked, it's really hard to come back from. New Japan just announced New Japan Cup USA with the wrestlers they have contracted who live in America. And it's here. People found out that Kenta still lives in... He didn't... What? I thought he moved back. He was commuting from fucking Orlando to Japan for those shows? That's a long flight. 10 hours is bad enough. Alright, well, we at least medaled on it. That one I was concerned about. But at the very least, so far, with the 4 events we've done, we've medaled in all 4 of them. We have not had a repeat yet, knock on wood, of the long jump event last week, which was just a pure dumpster fire of a thing. Huh. I'm surprised they were allowing him to go into the country, but, I mean, we can quickly speak on the hypocrisy of people that are Japanese citizens being able to leave the country and come back in with basically no problems, but permanent residents can't actually come back into the country. Because really, Japan should just be like, yeah, we realize that you're a Japanese citizen, but at the same time, you know, you live in Florida, which is just a dumpster fire normal. It is not a good place to be right now during the middle of a pandemic. Okay, so Rugby Sevens, Judo, and 100 meter freestyle are our last 3 events of the night. But before we get to that, I need to take a quick restroom break, so give me a few minutes, and I will be right back. Alrighty. Wait, if Kenta managed to get dual citizenship, I didn't realize he was here long enough for that. But he was also injured for like what seemed like 2 years. I think he spent most of his WWE run injured. Alright, we are blazing through this. It's fine. We can BS afterwards. So, next up is Rugby Sevens. I am not going to bother doing... It's a team game. It's the only team game I think we had tonight. I mean, beach volleyball is kind of a team game, but, I mean, you have one person there as opposed to... Judo's a bit of a team game. I don't know how many fighters they're going to let us have access to. But Rugby Sevens is, you know, played on a rather large pitch, and going to take a little bit. This one's a lot of fun. I like this quite a bit. To be fair, they could shore up the mechanics a little bit more. They could release this as a full-blown title by itself. I mean, I believe they already do from other companies, but yeah, basic rundown. You got the ball, move around when in possession. You can pass it around as much as you want. Even if you get taken down, you can still pass it before it's considered down. And then once you get into the goal area, you have to hit X in order to land, and you get a try. Then you can go for a 2-point conversion after that. I don't know what dictates win speed. It might be difficulty of the game itself and like the CPU difficulty. Tackle people, do other stuff, run really fast, go for a super try, you know, stuff like that. But only with your star athlete. Hong Kong. He posted a pic and he's looking cut and still pissed. Also dyed his hair more blonde. Got to be more evil. He's got to fit in with the Bullet Club. Oh, we didn't add in Buff Lady. We'll have to do that.
The entertainer.
It's not entertaining there. Gonna play up to the crowd.
United States of America. The champion.
I already got 3 tries to my name.
Kickoff.
Oof. I keep hitting square. Biff. Shit. Yeah, it gets kind of... It gets a little hectic. Get that try. It can get a little hectic and, like, you'll end up tackling somebody on the opposing team, but, like, 2-3 times in a row, you'll still have... Somebody else will already be right there to try to pick up the ball, and you'll have to continually tackle them.
Conversion kick.
Alright.
Perfect.
There we go. I don't know what the difference between Rugby Sevens and Aussie rules football is. It seems like it's pretty similar, and I mean, this already has a number of similarities to, you know, American style football. Ah. Although no pads, probably filled with just as many concussions. I don't know. Jesus Christ! Thanks, wind. Why is it so fucking windy in here? Well, this is an open air stadium, but shit. Bye. I'm kind of kicking their ass.
Conversion kick.
Yeah, that wind is nuts.
Perfect.
Still didn't hit it off of that, and that was a perfect kick.
Start.
We're still in the first half. Come on, Terry, Buster Wolf. Oh. Good momentum. Yeah, see, it's like, where the fuck's the rest of my team? I can't control any of them. I don't want to pass backwards. Yeah, like, nobody's around, so nobody can fucking pick anything up. Which is not fucking helpful.
Conversion kick.
And now they give me a really easy one.
Perfect. Conversion.
Be the end of the first half. Or not. I don't know what dictates extra time. I guess it's just... It's like with football, I want to say extra time on those on the half is, I think, due to penalties, but there's no penalties in this.
Kickoff.
Bye. Using that turbo. Yeah. And if I keep scoring, it just slows the game down. There we go. I don't know what dictates those angles, though, for when you go for it, for the conversion. Yeah.
Conversion kick.
It looks like it's in those particular spots, but I'm not sure what. Like, oh, you need to do a conversion on this line, unless it just kind of rotates. Get it, Kiryu. Ah. Oh, man. Memes if Kiryu doesn't get announced for Tekken, and memes if he gets announced. That left folder is going to get a lot of use, unfortunately. It feels like just this year in video games, there's been some decent stuff, but for the most part, it's been a really lackluster year. And this is a console launch year, and it shouldn't be this. It shouldn't be this bad. Yeah. Super try. Spike that motherfucker. He put that ball on the ground. I was gonna say, now it's outside the goal line, actually. Okay, bounced back. I'm thinking, did he just let go of it? You're celebrating before you already scored. What the fuck? Yeah, how's there so much wind on this particular event? And it's only during conversions. Somebody turning on a fan? Ow. Oh, they're gonna score on me. Whatever. Hong Kong has to save face. Yeah, I did it. We're still... Oh. Never mind. Oh, that's a real good kick. That's an excellent kick. You finally got to try, and you shit the bed extremely hard. Or is anybody gonna... I was about to say, is anybody gonna actually cross over? But they didn't cross over until I actually got near them. Like, there was an invisible line there, and nobody said, fuck it. At least let me get the conversion, but I'm like, this is... At this point, it's useless. I think I pushed back. It'd probably be on my 20th Cyberpunk playthrough if it came out on its original date. Because we were being told to stay home. Honestly, I don't even know if the pandemic pushed back Cyberpunk. I think just the sprawling nature of that game pushed it back. It was never going to come out on time. And I'm still convinced it'll be buggy as shit when it comes out, too. That was only the first... That was the qualifier for Rugby Sevens. I have a German duplex. I need more cyber junk. Cyberjunk 2077. Sure, they might be the Slovakian team, but I got the Olympic mascot on mine. Slovenia. Whoops. I geograph good.
United States of America. The champion.
Yep, more water. Let everybody else get into position. Mine. Bye. Yeah. He's just used to it. Although most of the they never really kind of covered how Cutie would wear that suit during the summertime, because the majority of the Yakuza games take place either around December or like earlier in the year. And he doesn't wear that suit really in Okinawa. So I mean, still wears slacks, and I'm like, Okinawa's always hot. Yay. Maybe he's just used to sweating in whatever that suit's made out of. Polyester, probably. Whoa. Stewing in your own juices, man. Blech. I don't know what dictates a great and a perfect one, because it feels like... Does it mention that? Press it again when the circles overlap with the ball. Okay. Because I've had perfect kicks there where it's not even close to the gold ring, and it still counted it. Like, oh, that's a perfect kick. I'm like, is it? Looks like it should be pretty bad. Ah, good one, Terry. Okay. Unless you stay down for a really long time after a tackle, but I guess that makes sense. Try, motherfucker. The prompt came up over Q2, and I'm like, pressing and going, no, land. Although I don't know what happens if you were to tackle somebody in possession of the ball in the opposing team while in their goal area. I don't know. Does it still count? Oh, especially since you're the star athlete. We don't want you... We don't want you, doing anything crazy. How the fuck was that pass going? Yeah, extra time for me to get that goal. Get goal. Huh. What's gonna happen in the medal game then? Also, that wind effect just looks like the V-Sync's getting turned off, or it's like something weird, like random lines appearing on an analog television. Yeah, I don't know why they let you pass when you have like no decent pass. It's kind of like, all right, we're just gonna throw it over here. Fine. Where's it gonna go? The ground? That's a That's a valid player, right?
Kickoff.
Does nobody want to... I don't know why there isn't like an auto position on kickoff return there. It's weird because some stuff that should be like 100% automated totally is not. Yoink. I will run this back. I don't give a shit. I don't even need my special run. You guys are idiots.
Conversion kick.
What are we converting him to?
Perfect. Conversion.
Hey, we did it. I'm like not even remotely enthused right now because I'm like, this is just a drubbing again. Even if I don't win gold medal in this, I'm just kind of hoping that the medal game will provide some semblance of
Line out.
anything. That ball, thank you. Bye. I did it.
Conversion kick.
You can do something like that, they might as well just give you the conversion right off the bat. I don't know, who knows? Maybe Slovenia will get at least one goal. Now I'm thinking about it, I'm like, is Slovakia even a country anymore? European countries have changed a lot since I was a kid. It was Czechoslovakia when I was a kid, and then it became the Czech Republic. I'm like, I don't know what's going on.
Conversion kick.
Ooh, this would be an interesting one.
Perfect. Conversion.
You count on that wind to kick in. Shit.
Start.
Like right now, there should be no extra fucking time once that clock drops down.
Extra time.
Like what extra time is there? Nothing. If I make this conversion, I'm beating them by 56 points.
Conversion.
They have absolutely no way to come back. It means the extra time is not necessary. You're just giving me more opportunity to score. Whoa. Okay.
Start.
I kick it backwards? No. Yeah, like, where the fuck's my team at? I'm breaking legs. Yeah, see? You gave me just enough time to get another try. That extra time was not necessary. I'm almost angry that I'm winning this well. Being in Trump's America's like, you just get so you get so sick of winning, don't you?
Start. Full time.
No, I don't even care now. Just fucking call it. It's the only thing that saved me from having to play through every single inning during most of baseball last week until the medal game, which was, you know, that had to happen because it gave me enough time to score enough runs. Like, where's my mercy rule for Rugby Sevens? I'm like, I'm killing them. First two games in baseball, mercy rule had to kick in because I was beating them like an inning into the game. Oh well. Finals. It's Argentina?
Kickoff.
Skip the introductions. Hit. Fucker. I'm getting on the board. The massive amount of sparks. I think I might have... I almost overcompensated going to the left there on that. The wind wasn't strong enough. Bye. Motherfucker. Nope. Nope. Gotcha.
Conversion kick.
And now the wind's kicked up. I was still almost to the post. Oh, how I missed him there. Nope. Nope. Nice opening. Get him, Terry, you slow motherfucker. We're gonna get you a try. Are you okay? Guess that's a power geyser. I'm sorry, power gazer. National Chris was here. It'd be a power gazer. Even though, what the fuck's a gazer? Stargazer? Where is that guy, anyways? What the fuck? Talk about iframes. Fine, you go ahead and do that. At least unlike the semi-final team, you actually have a try. Now, can you convert? Yeah, because I think he got the first kick so far that I think we've seen. A conversion kick that had absolutely no fucking... absolutely no wind on it. Bye. I can run real fast, too.
Conversion kick.
Oof.
Conversion.
There we go.
Start. Line out.
I don't know why they were so late on that. Took me a little bit too when you do a line out like that you need to also time a button press when it gets thrown back in bounds. And the closer to the gold circle that you are, then you can gain possession. Not sure what a drop goal is. Alright, never mind, I can't change players, I can change positions, and that doesn't really mean much to me.
Kick off.
Oh, good pass there, buddy. Yeah, like, defense even now are a bunch of fucking idiots because they should have broke away a while ago. Like, they're heading towards they're heading that way, but like nobody's looking behind them and go, oh shit, I gotta go after him.
Conversion kick. Perfect. Conversion.
Ooh, I think I still hit the upright there.
Start.
Worked in my favor, though. Yeah, only wind happens during a conversion attempt. Why? Oof, that was close, though. I was waiting for him to tackle.
Conversion kick.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, where does this wind come from?
Perfect. Conversion.
It would make more sense.
Start.
Not that windy in Japan during the summertime. Maybe we were playing during like a typhoon or something, sure. Yeah, star player needs to... Okay, really? Getting sick of these fucking iframes. Hey, give me that fucking ball. Whatever. At least they're scoring. They're still down by 30 points. Soon to be 28, because... Again, he has no wind. Not 1 ounce... Can't measure wind in ounces, I realize, but... Oh, is that just something where... I don't know why he passed in that direction when I was holding left on the analog stick to pass it over to myself. Yeah, good for them. They actually got a regular score there. Don't need the flexing, though. Show off.
Conversion kick. Perfect.
That's bullshit. The only thing I can guess now is that you get more wind. You get more wind if you're further ahead. As a way of being able to offset you from, like, kicking the shit out of people. Clearly it hasn't worked very well. They put up a much better fight now than the past 2 games, but...
Conversion kick.
Look at me, it's like, I'm mad that there hasn't been much challenge. Meanwhile, Judo's gonna kick my ass, watch. We'll see.
Start. Full time.
Judo's gonna kick my ass, and 100 meter freestyle is gonna swoop in and go, "Hey, fuck you." Well, that was an easy enough gold. 5 medals out of 7 events. That guy's like, oh, that guy's Wolfman Jack. You did it. Only in his dreams. Okie dokie. Rugby Sevens is out of the way, and that took far longer than it needed to. Because it turns out getting a lot of tries just slows the game down. But, oh well. That's done. So now on to Judo, which was one of the kind of DLC, kind of... Actually, not really DLC. It was just added in the patch. A game that was... an event that was always here, but unlocked later on via patch. I believe it was, based on where it's at, was the last one they added in. Which would have been in, like, March, I think? Pardon me. We are probably going to need to do a quick practice round. Because there's definitely more going on with the controls in Judo than they generally tell you. And they're just releasing everything on vinyl. COVID-19 is not slowing down the vinyl record business. Alright, so Judo starts out. Get a collar grab, you press X, grab his sleeve. You will have to press circle. I think each one of those unlocks different throws, but I think based on what it's telling you, it'll leave you... One gives you more reach, so you can do it a little bit more out of range, but probably has more delay on when you can control your character again. Then you go into a button mashing minigame, and if you can get it into blue, yeah, Waza Adi, which I think will do a little bit, because you're working with the stamina gauge up top, which will automatically take some away when you actually manage to grab them. Blue, I believe the Waza Adi will not completely take him to the ground, but it will take more stamina away than you already have. Whereas when you get Ippon, that's it. You're just going to take him to the ground, and that's the end. Yeah, once they're out of stamina completely, then it's just that next maneuver is going to be Ippon. Yeah, if you have special grab, you can use L1. And I think that's, yeah, that's a separate bar compared to the super meter, basically, where you can use R1 to do that. If I show you the controls on this, it's fairly complicated. There's different throws, but for the most part, I don't think you really need to worry about it. Just other than get in there and learn how to backstep and forward step and get your grabs going and watch the fuck out.
People's Republic of China. The Survivor. United States of America. The Champion.
Alright, hopefully this goes reasonably well. Where's Terry up? I guess it's just random. A lot of stamina. Yep. Yeah. His next grab is going to be... There we go. That's basically Judo. What are the controls? Because it seems like you can't input stuff there. Okay. Then you can do stuff after the big step in.
Second match.
Like it's using up more stamina for me. Yeah, the part that trips me out is that I'm not sure if I need to continue pressing it or if they're going back and forward. I'm not sure which direction it's actually trying to send it into. If I'm pressing it, if it's I guess it's going more towards them, but it's like it feels like I don't have to fight that hard for certain things. Maybe if they're not fighting back in terms of like counter button presses.
Third match.
Yeah, there's a lot of delay. Okay, yeah, they're fighting back. You don't need to press it super duper a lot, though. That's an E-pull? Yeah! And Mirai Toa doesn't get to go up. We won 3 matches to none. Okay. We can go into Judo now.
Olympic Games.
Let's see what we can get. Hopefully the gold. More advanced techniques will grant an advantage for achieving Ippon or Waza Adi. Okay. Yeah, at least hitting something along with along with a grab is more beneficial than just like, oh, I'm just gonna press X and it's fine. Yeah, we'll keep it that way.
Singapore. The Rising Star.
Here versus Go is better than Kyo versus Yu, Terry versus Ken, and Chun-Li versus Mai. Or Chun-Lin. Could try to create Hinogami Goal. Yeah, that's his full name from Virtua Fighter. Yep. Get out of here. Need to make Ryo Sakazaki for this.
Second match.
Whoop. Ah. And still Wazadi. Wasate Ippon. Haha. Hit me.
Third match.
There we go. Done. Come in and clean up. Alright, that's qualifier out of the way. Onward we go. Have it probably get much, much harder. Turkey? Good hair.
Turkey. The wolf.
Good face, too.
United States of America. The champion.
What an arrogant pose that man just did.
First
What
match.
a jerk. It feels like if they don't fight with response button presses, that it actually makes it harder for you to end up getting a move off. There we go.
Second match.
Cool. Nope. Not too hard for you pulling there. Come here. All right.
Third match.
Get this one over with. And keep your hands to yourself, mister. We can do a special throw this time. Really? Good response. That Uranage. An often used wrestling maneuver. He probably did. On accident, of course. Flounder doesn't do that. Certainly not an active international competition. But he will choke slam people just because why not? Alright, who are we going up against? Finals. Going up against Hungary. Just full of good faces. Oh. Damn. All right. All right, Kiryu, let's do this shit. No, those are just like, yeah, they're just really awkward looking throws. There we go. and tear his arm out of his socket and beat him up with it. Wait, we can't do that? No. Alright.
Third match.
That. Alright, we actually have to take this to our last competitor. And somebody named Gal. Holy shit. Alright. Ooh. God damn it. Shit. Alright. It's not over for us, but that ties it up, and I don't know what happens now. Alright. Nippon Wazadi. That's me. That was close. All right, gold medal for us in judo. Yay. You're just getting a lot of medals today. I think she gets to participate a little bit more. Alright, and we don't really need to do much of a practice session, sorry, for our last event of the evening. I believe that's our last event for the evening, is, yeah, the 100-meter freestyle. So, that one's pretty easy to get your head around. Since there's really only just one way to do it, and it's not like the 200-meter individual medley where each lap is 50 meters with a different, a different control input for how you're moving the sticks around. For this, it's one thing. The same way, charge up, press X to go off the block. Then you're just hitting up on the right stick or the left stick in order to overlap with the icon there. Still doing the same thing in the turn. As long as you get closer to that, you can hit a perfect, get a nice speed boost, keep pressing the shit out of X. And then once you get back up top, you can use the boost anytime you want, but yeah, if you end up using it too early, you'll fuck yourself over. You'll end up just stopping dead in the water. Not literally, obviously, but close enough. I think this is the same thing. Yeah, you have the same thing. Pressing square when you surface. You get a speed boost out of there. Yeah, this shouldn't be too bad in the first couple runs, but we'll see what happens with the medal run.
Greece. The Hydro Dynamo.
Hydro Dynamo? Farewell.
United States of America. The champion.
Alright, let's do this. No spurting in the pool. Whoops. Shutting everything down. Gotta clean up. That might have been too early on that. Way too early on that. I'd say that was, what, 4 seconds off my best time, but still almost 5 seconds faster than second place, so we're doing okay on that. Alright, on to the semis. Remember there being any kind of on-screen indicator for when you're supposed to go. That's like the hardest part with some of these events, and the swimming ones in particular. BMX, at least you had the light off to the side where you could kind of gauge, okay, this is when I need to hit X so I can have a really good start off the line. Here, I don't believe there's anything like that. Yeah, I don't see anything. You're just gonna kind of wait for it.
Take your marks. Perfect. Now entering the second half.
Oh, wow. We hit that, but I'm clearly misjudging my my timing on hitting that, on hitting the speed up, because it's like, again, that one, he ran out of steam right before he hit the wall, which dropped me from first to third. Not like an electric eel, daddy. He's, yeah, digital AF is a lot more animated than real life one. Certainly in front of people. I have to be more drunk for that. Alright. See what we can't do on this for metal. Oh. Oh man, that looked like Miro over there. That's Morocco. He was from Bulgaria, maybe.
United States of America. The champion.
And spurt speed. Better than that, come on.
Take your marks.
That was kind of a bad start.
Great. Now entering the second half.
I'm not hitting that till late. Bingo. They were on my ass, too. That's a new record. Yeah, that's a new record. And a gold medal. Well, hell, we did it. We medaled on every event tonight. Not all gold, but we didn't have a long jump repeat. I'm glad about that. Homeboy needs to put some pants on, though. Oh, man. Olympic event master. I don't know what that means. I'll have to check that. Maybe it's 10 gold medals.
Champion. United States of America.
Love he's still in his regular... They don't give you medals while you're still in your fucking... in your event gear. It's not how that works. Like, you get... The medal event happens after you've at least, you know...
Olympic
done
Games.
something. You can go get dressed a little bit and get cleaned off. Alright. Yeah, out of all 7 events that we did tonight... Let's see. Ran the hammer throw. Gold medal, obviously. We got that one pretty easily. Beach volleyball was unfortunately a silver, but we kind of got our butts kicked in the medal game for that. 100 meter freestyle went pretty well. That was actually pretty close though near the end, I'll admit. Table tennis went far better than it had any right to. So we'll see what happens next week with doubles table tennis. BMX worked out, but that's because I finally cracked the code and fucking figured out how to get really good speed on there. Suck it. I was about to say, I know you're talking about Phelps, but that's closer to my last name. But yeah, we did well in there. Rugby Sevens, that was a drubbing to the point where, because that took so long, it stopped being fun. Judo was really close though. Hungary gave us a run for our money in the medal round on that. So yeah, that should be everything. Yeah, Judo, Rugby Sevens, BMX, 100 meter freestyle, table tennis, beach volleyball, and hammer throw. Only one silver tonight, so that's pretty good. But yeah, that leaves us now, everything finished up here. We will have one more Olympic stream next week. That will end up, I don't have an image to throw up on screen just yet. Actually, I probably do. I'll swap over to here. We actually end up going into properties. Swapping over to that. Next week's events, we're starting out with table tennis right off the bat with doubles. Going into sport climbing, we have 110 meter hurdles, which will go either way. The 4x100 meter relay, which I am not really looking forward to because it's not a good event for me. It's kind of weird since it's not run fast. It's run fast while also kind of regulating your button taps to hit a certain speed level and making sure you do your handoff correctly. We have tennis doubles, so 2 doubles events. Football, which will take a while, just like Rugby Sevens did, and then ending off with the classic 100 meter dash. And that'll be night 3 next week, and I need to figure out whether or not I'm going to have like some kind of closing ceremony idea that I want to tack on to the end. If I do, hopefully it's something we can actually keep for the VOD when I upload it to YouTube, because I'm cutting out the intro each time because the intro is very copyrighted. Even if it's just the music, I'm like, yeah, it's a 30-second clip. I'm not going to upload it. I'm not going to deal with that stuff. But that's going to be it for me, at least on this. I might stick around here for a little bit, and we can BS about fighting game stuff. But at the very least, for the interest of the VOD, we'll do a regular sign out here. So yeah, I hope you guys had fun, and hopefully those that are watching here, anybody that's watching on YouTube when I put it up on there, that you guys had fun. And I appreciate you tuning in, and hopefully you'll be back to view night 3 when that's ready to go. That'll be next Friday in real time, and then a few days afterwards on YouTube. And dogs barking, yay. But yeah, thanks guys. Stick around for the other stuff, but again, for the VOD, we'll sign off here. Hope you had fun, and we'll see you next time.